Hey there everyone, this is Mystic Fish and welcome to episode 9 of our Factorio series on building a cellular megabase. Last episode we set up all of the replication stuff for our mining cell. And let's see, while I was off camera, I went and set up the train here. So just to illustrate how that's working, I'm going to remind everybody, for each piece of the blueprint, I've got a request and a buffer chest. And I have correspondingly reserved space in the train, like so. I ended up not using all of the train slots, so I have filled some of these spots out with fish, just as a placeholder. I did, however, use, I believe there are 38 of these, 38 buffer chests here, and I believe, and I did end up using actually all 38 of them. So, so those are we did not have to do anything funky with multiple items per buffer chest. Now, I should mention that I want to use buffer chests here because I imagine that we are going to have some spidertrons who want to walk around, for example, to lay down the basic herringbone pattern and so on. I'm going to be wandering around probably. And so it'd be nice to have these materials also available for to be delivered to somebody who happens to walk through. And so that's why we're using buffer chests here. So, and in general, the buffer chests are requesting sort of 1 train load worth. I am also reading the train contents here on this guy, and that's fed into all of the inserters. And so, for example, this one's looking for 300 landfill, and the inserter is only enabled if there's less than 300 landfill on the train. So that works there. And then I have also updated the train schedule here. And so the train will wait here until it has the full complement of stuff. And then it will go attempt to go drop things off at the next spot, or at the spot that we're building. I did move the train up here, and I put 10 rocket fuel in it. I think we want to build the trains. I think if we put 10 rocket fuel in it, that should be fine. I did add refueling stations here that are requesting rocket fuel as well, so they can be refueled here. We have the existing mining train here, which is going here until it's full, and then going to deliver it until it's empty. I have created the 2 other trains that come with it here, like this. They each have fuel in them, and so as you can note, for example, that if we take a blueprint here, we can include train fuel in the blueprint. If I create this, where did that go? That's this guy. I think that should deliver the, I don't know, I guess we're going to find out. But I think that should deliver should build the trains with a little bit of fuel in them. So, so we'll see if that is in fact true. What else do we want to do? I did want to do just a couple of tweaks before we turn this on, but we're definitely turning this on in this episode. So so let's fix a couple things. So one thing is that people correctly noted, you did not actually manage to connect water to this guy here. So yeah, that seems like a little bit of a problem. I think we can pop this guy up here. That adds 2 undergrounds. And then I think actually, that's not what I want to do. I don't think I want to do it this way, because I think I want to do this. I want to do 2 pipes and 2 undergrounds to bring it in here. Then I'm going to move this one over here. I'm going to take out these two undergrounds. So now we are underground neutral plus 2 pipes. And I just want to put pumps like this, just to make sure that, all right, so plus 3 pipes, 1, 2, we're neutral on the undergrounds, and plus, all right, so plus 3 pipes, plus 2 pumps. Okay. So we have to find that stuff up here. Here's the pipes. All right, so we said plus 3 pipes, so this is going to be 185 pipes. All right, so we need to fix that there. We need to fix it here. And we need to fix it here. And then we need to find the pumps. Where are the pumps at? There they are. Okay, plus 2 pumps. So this becomes 30. Where's the pumps? These guys are the pumps. This becomes 30. And then this becomes 30 for the pumps. Where are the pumps? Pumps, pumps, pumps. Here they are. This is 30. Okay. Very good. All right, I think that fixes the errors. Now, we do need to plug this in. And so I do have trains up in the original base. For example, here's some iron. So we could actually grab these trains and have it start delivering iron between here and into the cell. That's fine. We don't need copper for this one. We do need coal, so we can probably grab this guy. And we do need stone from somewhere. Oh, that's a dead... There's nothing in there. Where do I have stone? Oh, we have oil here, so that's good. And one of these must be stone somewhere. This base up here must be getting its stone from somewhere. There's some stone. So... Okay. Wow, I only have one stone thing up there. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do is let's get this guy here, and you're gonna go here, but let's put you in manual. Okay, but then you're going to go to this guy until you are empty. Okay, let's zoom in here. So I want to copy, paste, paste. Okay, that all looks good. And okay, should we turn on? I think we should turn on. Okay, so you go there. You're already automatic, so you're picking stuff up. You're moving on. All right, here comes the first train load. I'm kind of excited, kind of nervous. Let's see, where are we gonna come in here? This way. Oh, this guy's in the way, duh. You need to probably go. So you're out of the way. And you show up here. I think we're gonna wait to blueprint this until after we are done. Can't see you. All right. All right, we're getting iron in, so that's good stuff. How much iron did we just get in? Okay. All right, good. So that takes care of... Oh. Right. All right, we need to... Can I just disable you? That's a good question. Can I just do that? Can I do that? I kind of don't want a... Oh, volume. I'll just do that. Okay. Great. Okay, we've got the iron coming in. We've got the copper. We need some coal. So these are the coal guys. Let's put you in manual. Let's take you off and say you're going to go to the coal drop-off. This guy. Until you are empty. And then we're going to copy, paste, paste. And then we're going to turn you on. All right, so we're waiting because we have a resource train in here. While we are still short on iron, so we're trying to get to 48,000, right? So it should be the case that we are not getting... Who's this guy? Oh, that's my builder train. Oh, that's why it's not there. All right, who's this? Oh, this is... All right, this is the next iron train. Okay, so these guys are flowing in here. So that's good. All right, what else do we need? We said we needed stone, so we might as well set that up. Here are the stone guys. Where did that go? Stone, stone. All right, so we got 2 in here that are doing stone. Put you in manual, take you off. We're gonna say you're gonna go to the stone drop off until you are empty. And then we're going to copy, paste. And then we're going to turn, and then you should go. All right, that's stone. We got coal, we got iron. We need oil. So here's the oil guy. Here's an oil guy. We'll go with that. Put you to manual. I'll take you off of there. So we're going to come here until we're full, and then we're going to go to the oil drop off until we are empty. All right, so you'll go as soon as that wakes up. All right. Then the last thing that I want to do is I do not have water trains in the old base. So we're going to have to cheat, I think, for this one. And I'm going to use the rate calculator here and just take a look at all of this and say, how much water am I using? All right, 43.6K water per minute, 43,600. So per second is that much. And then a water pump does 1,200 per second. So that offshore pump. So, okay, so one offshore pump should be able to fill this. So I'm going to just cheat and hang. Woo, train just came flying by. Okay. All right, where is an offshore pump? Does this line up? Not quite. All right, let's see. I'm going to try to put, this is water, so I'm going to try to run the water up this way. And so I need a little bit more landfill. And then the offshore pump. All right, so that starts filling the water. All right. All right, how are we doing logistics-wise? Wow, we've got a lot of iron ore. That seems like too much. Is our demand calculation wrong here somehow? Oh, it is, because we lost this. All right, now that's better. Okay, so the demand here is, yes. Okay, we have enough iron, we have enough copper. Now we're looking for coal and stone. Okay. Fortunately, iron is one of the things that we burn down the most quickly. All right. I just want to see after this guy leaves who's in next. All right, we've got some coal. That's good. All right. And look, Go logistics bots, go. These smelting can't begin until we get... the smelting can't begin until we get solid fuel going. And we won't be able to do that until we get oil, because the oil will come into Bootstrap. This stuff over here, and then we'll be able to start making solid fuel. Alright? How are we doing? We just got another coal shipment. We only have 8,000 8,000 coal per train load. I'm trying to get to 48,000, so I am going to do a little cutscene here, and I'll be back once we have caught up to our initial resource bootstrap here. All right, stay tuned. Hey, we're back. We are not done with the resource bootstrapping, but I did notice something kind of funny, which is that we're in the middle of delivering stone, so we caught up to coal, so that's okay. A fun fact, it turns out that stone furnaces in a landfill can both be made just with stone. And so we are actually, this guy stopped because he filled this up. And we really are only using the stone furnaces to make boilers. We are making a landfill. And look, we actually have stuff showing up here. But fortunately, we only need 300 landfill up here, plus another 300 in the buffer. And so, let's see, 600 in landfill? How much does a landfill make? Okay, 20 stone. So, 600 times 20 stone is 12,000. So, we're actually going to bring in a whole extra train and a half of stone here before the stone is finished and we can get some oil in. So, I don't know. We'll have to think about it. If you have ideas about how we can, I guess we can change the priority order, right? We could change the priority order for the oil. I actually think because we need the oil to bootstrap, it might be that that oil is actually the thing that should be the highest priority. So, so maybe we'll change that before we blueprint it. But in the meantime, we're just going to let this run, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, we have our first set of oil showing up. So let's see what's going on here. We do have oil. Putting the oil in here. Whoa, a bunch of the oil processing just kicked off. We're making solid fuel. What's in the tank here? So we're still running light on the heavy oil because we're trying to prime stuff up here, which you can see it priming with these pumps here. Got plenty of light oil. Alright, so this is still... Alright, we're still pretty light on all of the oils here, so that's okay. And that makes sense because we're consuming all the petroleum gas here for the plastic, and we're consuming all of the light oil for the solid fuel. Which is fine because, hey, look at that, we got smelting going on. Here, let's see, let's get to map view. And we can scroll around a little better. All right, smelting is happening. That's kind of exciting. Some of this manufacturing is happening. I really want to see the coal liquefaction kick in. Alright, you're sure here. Oh, why are you not getting coal? Oh, that's why you're not getting coal. Right. Turns out we need to put coal in. Alright, where are we going to do that? Okay. I forgot about the coal. Where can we... Is there a way to squeeze this in here somewhere? I'm kind of surrounded by pipes. Well, crap. Ah, rats. That's a major thing that's in the way. All right, let me think about this for a minute, and I will be back when I have a plan. All right, we're back. Okay, here's my plan. We're going to shift the steam up a row. So we're going to do this. Then we have enough room for one of these. All right, you're asking me for that. Stick that in there. Let's see. Then we're going to shift this here. Do that funkiness. We'll shift this here. And then we'll shift this here. And get rid of that extra guy. Alright, so we're gonna have to like reset all of the content stuff in a minute. Hey, we have coal liquefaction going. Oh, but I didn't put the... Let's get in map view here, because I'm tired of running through these pipes. This did not help me over here. Oh, that's okay. We got room right there, and right there, and right there. Whoa, we are coal liquefying everything. That's cool. Looks like all of the smelting is smeltering. What do we got in? Let's take a look at the train. Alright, we have no pipes coming up here. That's probably because they're being used in recipes. We don't have provider chests yet. We have some of everything else in there. Still waiting on these. I don't have logistics spots going now. Oh, which reminds me, do I have a... Oh, I don't have my logistics spot request here. One logistics spot. If we make one. Alright, let's see. What other stuff is in here? I'm noticing we don't have a lot of provider chest stuff going yet. Alright, we got a stack inserter. We have... I don't have cliff explosives yet. Alright, let's see. What are we missing up here? First, okay, pipes. I'm not worried about pipes yet. But we have no chest business. So what's going on there? You have the wrong stuff in here, that's why. Okay, well that explains that. Okay, good. Let's put this stuff in my trash. Alright, so that takes care of the chests. I wonder if we have a similar issue with this. We're missing gears. You're not making gears? No, you're making gears. I don't have fuel yet. That's because we're still catching up with logistic spots. You're asking for it, right? Yeah, you are asking for it. So that's okay. Alright, all of our light oil is being turned into solid fuel, so that I think is working as intended. And, alright, we'll got plenty of... Okay, we're light on the petroleum gas. Right. Petroleum gas is the biggest need here. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Because we've caught up on these. Right, heavy oil is up at the 600 mark. We've got plenty of the light oil. I actually kind of wonder if we should also turn coal liquefaction on if we need the petroleum gas too. So let's move these down. Get another one. These are all connected, I believe. So we can get to here. Already here. There. And then this should be petroleum gas. Less than 20. Oh no, 60. Alright, that's what this one turns on at 60. Okay, and then we can get control wires from this. Disable by control behavior. That's because I have enough of everything. Alright, sometimes we have a telephone call. Okay. Are you making stuff? Let's see. This has made 8. Oh, and we are making those. Okay. Is there anything we're not making yet? We've made those. Alright, pipes are not showing up. I think that's just because we're being turned into other stuff. We're obviously making pipes. Because these, I haven't seen any bots yet. And we haven't seen rocket fuel. Why are you not? What is your request? You have this. You just don't have enough solid fuel yet. That catches up. But otherwise, this is okay. Okay, we've got logistics chests. We have no robo ports yet. Right, so let's double check that one. Where are my robo ports? Here they are. You have robo port looking materials, so that's okay. That will catch up. Steam turbine. Where is that? I can't remember where these things are sitting in. Here it is. Oh, look at that. We're making them. Okay, great. There's our steam turbine. We're making these. How about locomotives? You're just waiting on lots of engines. We are obviously making engines because we have some right, we have some here. So, okay. That's locomotives. And what's going on over here? We're making stack inserters. We're making... Yeah, okay, so we're making everything. So, I think at this point... At this point, we should just let this run some. I'm a little curious. Have we ever had excess petroleum gas? We have not, right? 0 products finished for these guys. Okay, that's okay. All right, I'm gonna let this run, and we'll see if we actually manage to fill up the builder train. All right, stay tuned. I also discovered why we don't have logistics spots in here yet. Oh, we do have some. That is because we've actually been inserting some in here. So we now have 260 logistics spots. There were about 250 something when we started. So we are actually successfully... Okay, here's one. Let's see if we can watch that go in. I guess we know it should be less than 30 seconds. There it went. And available bots. So far it's saying we have enough. So that's okay. All right, we'll be back after we make some more progress and stuff. Okay, we're back here for a minute. A few things that I wanted to adjust here. I think we want to make sure that one of the things I'm noticing is we're not regularly getting enough petroleum gas through here to the sulfur, right? The sulfur is getting starved. So I think we need to update when we are running this. So if we look at the core recipes that we're looking for, we've got plastic that takes 20 petroleum gas. We've got 2 of those, so that's 40. Sulfur takes 30, so that gives us 70. And if we want 2 copies of that, say, in the storage tank, then I think we should trigger this when this is less than 140. And correspondingly, I think we also want to run this when we're short on petroleum gas, because we can always crack the extra down as well. So that'll help here. And I did add a trigger up here for this. And so by the same token, we should probably check that we're getting enough light oil in. We already covered, I think, the heavy oil. So the light oil processing, turning this, so we've got 3 of these, so that's 30. We've got 1 rocket fuel that also takes 10, so that's 40. So if we have less than 80 light oil, that's when we want to trigger this guy. So if this is less than 80, I think this will help us run more continuously. The other thing that we identified and fixed up here was that we were having the logistics bot feeding was actually not quite working right. And actually our viewer Ted had pointed this out to me. I wanted to see it in action to help debug it. But we had a bunch of green wires here, and the problem was this latch here was getting an extra logistics bot coming in from, I think, over here. And so I just broke the green chain by turning this into a red wire and turning this into a red wire. And so that should help work with that. If we take a look at this guy here, we can see we've got plenty of available logistics spots. So we should hopefully not be putting this in very often. We'll see how that works out. All right, stay tuned. We're going to continue letting this run until the train is moving. Okay, one thing that I noticed was I think I needed to add this pump here so that it empties this tank as quickly as possible to get stuff over here. And by doing that, we were able to get the sulfur going as we did. The next thing, I actually want to see if I can catch the resource train coming in, because I think this is going to show us something interesting. So stay tuned for that. Okay, we have another iron train inbound. So I want to see what happens when that comes in. Let's see, this is on its way down. Because I think, okay, here it comes. So here is the issue, is that it starts unloading stuff, and all the logistics bots fly out, right? We get down to nothing. That's because the logistics bots are dutifully pulling everything out of the active provider chest and putting things into the storage chest. And so that's kind of no good. Because it means that it's triggering this guy here to say, hey, I actually need more logistics bots. And I don't know that that's kind of like, I don't think that's good, because I think what will end up happening is that we will continue every time a train comes in, we're going to say like, oh, we need more logistics bots, unless we actually have enough logistics bots to grab everything in one go, which cargo capacity +3, so they can carry 4, right? So a train load is 16,000. Divide by 4, that's 4,000 logistics bots in order to not have anything be busy. So that is kind of no good. I think instead what we do is we look at this and we count the average. Let's see, can we get this open too? Yes. Okay, so let's see how much they're going to have to get out of the provider chest, right? 155 plus 583 plus 2600 plus 977. Okay, so that is on average 3,000 items per minute. If we assume that it takes, let's see, let's get that in terms of per second. Whoops, that's not right. Okay, 3185. Okay, so then 3185 divided by 60, so it's that many ore per second. Times 10, if we assume it's going to take a logistics spot 10 seconds. So we may need up to 500 logistics spots actually to cart all this stuff out of here. The other issue that we have here is that we're going to need a lot more logistics spots when mining is actually happening. In this case, like we're not sending any of the mining out of this cell yet because we're keeping it in our reserve buffers at the moment. And so I don't know, we're going to have to come back around and think about this one, because I think this is going to end up building too many logistics spots. On the other hand, maybe it doesn't matter, because the question is, so let's see, what's the other way of thinking about this? If there is, what did I say? 3180, right? 3180 ore per minute. If we divide that by, what do I want to do? Let's see, what do I want to do here? How many? Let's see. That's how many train loads per minute. Okay, so 3180 divided by 16,000. Okay, so that's 0.2 train loads per minute coming in. And this is not great, because it means that, you know, our little logistics bot dude is going on every 30 seconds, right? And so I wonder if what we should do is, if we can do this, I wonder if we change our clock cycle here, instead of 30 seconds, what if we make it 15 seconds? I think that still solves our race condition with the construction bots, but it gives us 4 cycles through here, and that should mean that in general, In general, maybe 3 out of 4, or at least half of the logistics spots, will end up being able to go in here. Right, we've got some in. Why can't I see them in there? Weird. Okay, well, some of them are going in, so that's good. But I think that will help us here. In that, we'll only, we will end up sticking another logistics spot in. I wonder if we do need a maximum here at some point. And so we'll have to see when this is in action. We may have to come back around and add a max. But all right, I'll be back if anything else shows up. All right, I found another little glitch here, which is I put 50 construction bots in to pretend like we had dropped it off. And this is not working right. Because we're not putting this in here. Okay, so now this should be working right, hopefully. Output signal is 1 to say construction bots were busy. I think that's my last one. And it should clear out after that. Yep. Okay, great. And then this is any of... Okay, good. Good stuff. All right, we are proceeding along here. Many items are done at this point, because we can see that they're buffering up here. One of the things that I realized is maybe the logistic bot situation is not as bad as I thought, because we actually have 3 machines making the flying robot frames, which means we're building about 7 robots per minute. And so, I think 1 or 2 of those will go into the logistics network here, which means we're building at least 5 per minute to go into the train. And since we're trying to put 250 on here, that still should finish in under 50 minutes or so, especially once we're all the way activated. All right, otherwise we are just waiting for... Everything is being built at this point. It's just a matter of waiting for it to fill up. So I'll be back. Okay, one thing that occurs to me is that we did not successfully disable this yet because a builder train never actually arrived, and so this never got triggered. And so I think we can fix that quickly by just setting some signal and piping that here. Now you're disabled, and we can take that away. And you're still disabled. Okay. Because I think when this fills up, we don't want it to come back in. All right. Still waiting. Looks like robo parts are almost done. That was one of the longer poles in the tent here. And we're waiting on stack inserters, looks like. Let's see. All right, we're starting to buffer up logistics spots here. So we're waiting on logistics spots and stack inserters. And the stack inserters are waiting primarily on computers. So, which it looks like mostly running. I think because all of these logistics chests started empty, the bots have not been able to catch up, but I suspect once we have actually filled up the train and the buffers, all of this should quiet down, and then all of the input buffers for the logistics chest should fill up. Like you can see, for example, this one's requesting 90 iron plates, and it's really just not. It's just not building up any kind of a buffer to speak of. So I think we gotta let it kind of catch up. I did want to report in on the oil processing, which is that we are successfully hovering around under 600 for all of these, so we're staying pretty balanced, which is good. It did occasionally. We have actually generated some solid fuel here. There have been times when we have stacked up too much petroleum gas, and we've burned some off here. However, none of it has ended up down here, so I think that is going to be okay. And where are we on solid fuel in the logistics network is a good question. Yeah, we're only at 58. This was actually higher previously, so even when we're triggering this, we're using it immediately, so we haven't had any overflow here yet. So I think the oil processing is working as intended now, which is good stuff. All right, hopefully, well, we'll see if I notice anything else, but otherwise I should be back when we're done filling up the train. All right, one more thing that I noticed was the stack inserter here. So this is producing 90, this can produce 90 per minute, which means one every 2/3 seconds. However, looking at, so let's see, so how fast does the inserter need to go? So what are the ingredients? Ingredients are, for a stack inserter, looks like we have 15, 30, 32 items per recipe. So 32 divided by 0.67 seconds. So we need the inserter to be able to do, let's call it 48 items per second. However, if I look at the Factorio wiki, stack inserter can only do about 27. So we actually need a second one of these, so that we're not bottlenecked. I think that means we can cut these all in half. So we'll call this 23. We'll call this 23. We'll call this. Let's call it. We'll call it 333. We'll call this 333. And then we can update that to there. Let's see if that helps us a little bit more with the throughput here. All right, stay tuned. Road reports are done. Logistics spots are done. I believe we are just filling up the output chest for robot frames at this point. So once these hit 50, they'll be about done. We're seeing significant idle time out of the refineries, so that's nice to see. But yeah, all right, stay tuned. Still working on this train. All right, one of the things that I'm noticing is that the stone furnaces, or steel furnaces rather, are not being evenly used. Right, and so we have some where they're doing most of the production, and you know, they're almost out. Right, this has very little in its contents most of the time. Then we got these down here, which are full, and I think that's partially because the bots always go to the closest chest to satisfy our request. So now on the other hand, these were all running previously when we were bootstrapping. So it could be this is not a problem in practice, because we're certainly not consuming nearly as much anymore, right? We're really just working on stack inserters at this point. So I don't know. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll decide if that is a problem for future Mystic Fish or not, or if we're just going to leave well enough alone and get on with this thing. Because I'm really excited soon to actually go build a new mining cell using this stuff. So hopefully we can finish debugging this stuff and see where we're at soon. Okay, things have quieted down here. And let's see, it's been 3.5 hours, I think, to get the train fully full, all of the buffer chests full, and all of the sort of output passive provider chests full for intermediates. So that's a significant amount of time. I think we've addressed some of the bottlenecks as we went. including fixing some of the pump priorities, fixing, for sure the stack inserter was a big bottleneck here on the insertions. I wonder if that's also the case for RoboPort. That'll be something that we'll have to check. But I think we've gone certainly plenty long enough for this episode. And we have certainly left several problems for future Mystic Fish. So the ones at the top of my head are, we are going to need to check for inserter throughput for RoboPorts. So that's one. We are going to need to, I think another thing that we want to do is, I was noticing that the copper ore, even though we've got this buffer here, it's actually being filled from these passive provider chests. And so the bots are going all the way down here to go get the ore, which when there's stuff stacked here. And so in order to fix that, we can check this box here. And this is a copper mining station, so we just check this box on everything that wants copper ore. So that'll be one thing to do. I also have an idea for dealing with this logistic bot situation, which I think should be based on average busyness of the logistics bots. We're a little out of room here, but there's no particular reason this circuit has to be up here on this guy. And so I think we can build a better circuit down here for doing that. And then let's see, the other thing that I think would be nice to do is to be able to generate a signal to say, we have a mining cell builder train ready. And there's not necessarily a good way to do it from here, but I do have an idea for how we can do it. And so we'll do that next episode as well. So I think a lot of these will have pretty quick fix solutions, hopefully. And so we'll tackle those at the beginning of the next episode. And then we'll grab a blueprint and we'll try to stamp one of these things down. And we'll see how the replication part works. I'm off camera, I'm gonna go, I know that we made some updates in here, and so I am going to go update the counts of all of these things that are in here so that they're up to date with the latest blueprint that we're going to take, but you don't have to watch me do that. So that'll be it for today. So as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And until then, bye.